you can't just call out fighters nowadays. There are some specific rules that we got to follow, and there's a reason why. Let's talk about it.
Straighter, not a roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill somebody
back
for
a little
few
bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we'll hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we'll hear you. Yo, it's the best, fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried, too many come but don't leave. So if you here, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So why you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get the dance. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
So fighters nowadays, you see them calling for the smoke here and calling for the smoke there. And there's a conversation about this fight and a conversation about that fight. And this fighter said that fighter's name and that fighter said that fighter's name. And then you have all these people saying, see, that's why you should do things behind closed doors. Then you got other people saying, nah, fuck that, bro. We the consumer, bro. I want to see that shit. Well, when you call out a fighter, there's a few things that you need to do. A few rules calling out a fighter. Rule number 1, mean that shit. If I'm saying your name, I'm saying your name to fight you. I'm not saying your name because, oh, well, shit, that's the biggest bag right there. So, of course, let me say his name because if I say his name, I'm going to get the biggest purse. The most money I'm going to make is from this nigga right here. So, shit, let me go ahead and call this nigga. No, you're saying this name because you want to fight this man. That's the fight you want. You want that. All right? Now, number 2, which falls under number 1. Could be 1A, but we're going to go to number 2. When a motherfucker that you claim you want to fight says, okay, let's fight, don't start saying, oh, man, we need to do this amount of money, or we need to do this. Bro, if you're going to call a motherfucker out, then call the motherfucker out and say, hey, man, I want to fight you, dude, and we need to do 50-50. Don't give a motherfucker an opportunity to come back with a price. No, you want to call this motherfucker out from the jump? Call him out. Hey, man, I'll beat your ass. Let's do 60-40. You're the ace out. You got it. I'm going to fuck you up, though. You know, that way we clear up all the nonsense off the jump. We clear it up. We know that you want to fight, and we know what you want to fight for. We know this. We know what it is. We don't got to beat around the bush and worry about waiting on a motherfucker to come out with a price. Or let's beat around the bush and wait on a motherfucker to think about, well, you know what? After looking at these numbers, I think let's beat around the bush. Oh, well, you know what? If you think about it, if you look up on Al 6, you know, he really did beat, man, get the fuck out of here. From the jump. Hey, man, I want smoke, bro. I want to beat your motherfucking ass. I want to beat your ass. And I don't give a fuck what the price is. I just want to fuck you up. All right? Or I want to beat your ass. Listen, bro, don't play no games with the bread. All right, you the A side, you the dude, you the man, you're going to get the biggest split. You're going to get the biggest bread. I get it. I understand that. Now let's get this fight on so I can beat your ass. It's very simple. Very simple. Let's keep moving on. After you say, I want to fight you, and after you say, you can get the biggest split, or it's got to be 50-50, or whatever the case may be. After you call a motherfucker out and you give him that, Don't fucking turn it down when you get it. Yeah, you call the motherfucker out and say, I want the smoke. And then the motherfucker says, all right, well, okay, so you want to fight me and you're willing to take 30%? Well, bet, let's fight. And then you get 30%, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I can get more. I can get more. So, man, listen, man, after second thoughts, listen, no one's going to tell me what I'm worth and what I deserve. No one's going to tell. If you ask for this and you get that, don't be backing the fuck out. You asked for it. You got it. Now fight. Let's keep it going. After you call the fighter out, after you ask for a specific number, when you called the motherfucker out before they responded, and you are willing to fight them, that's going to happen because they agreed and said, okay, let's get it popping. Don't pull out. Fuck that. You're knee deep in. Get the bitch pregnant. Fuck that. Don't be waiting. Oh, listen, man. The week of the fight, all of a sudden, hey, man, I gotta, shit, man, I got the hiccups, and it's been really fucking with me for a long time, and it's been fucking with me for a long time, and now this acid reflux, the hiccups is fucking with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull out. Or the week of the fight, you fight on Saturday, fucking Monday that week. Well, I didn't get. Listen, man, I think I can get a better deal, so I'm gonna go ahead and chill. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this one out because I think I get a better deal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go take a shower right quick and go on vacation. And fuck all that, bro. Fuck all of that, bro. There's rules to this shit. All right, there's rules to this shit. Okay, let's move on. After you said you want to fight a motherfucker, right? And before they responded, you told them what you wanted for that fight. Then they responded and said, okay. All right, you said, okay. You didn't pull out. You actually did the fight. After the fight. Don't run through this motherfucker telling everybody, well, the reason why I lost is because my big toe was blocked. Bro, no, don't do it. You're hurting yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're hurting yourself. You're hindering yourself. Motherfuckers just look at you differently. And I understand. Oh, like Wilder did. Get the fuck out of here. Wilder didn't say any of that shit. He didn't say none of that shit. None of it. They habitually fucking asked this man, and he answered what he thought, what he believed. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Lomachenko. Motherfuckers like that, who immediately came out and said, oh, well, my arm was really broke. Manny Pacquiao, who came out immediately came out, oh, well, my arm, tore my shoulder in the 4th round. And they say, well, the 4th round was your best round. Well, I meant in the 6th round. In the 6th round, you did pretty good. Well, I actually tore it before the fight. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you go jump in some salt water and heal it. Nah, bro. No, fuck all that. Or like Teofimo Lopez. Hey, man, listen. I was dead. That's why I lost. After the fight, I went to the hospital and they revived me. But, before that fight, I was actually dead. My heart stopped. I was brain dead. Like, I don't remember anything from the whole week. I was dead. I went blind. I couldn't smell shit. Wasn't hearing nothing. Only thing, there was no sounds going on. It was just the angels. I could just hear the hymns. All I hear is hymns. I was just dead, homie. That's the only reason why I lost, because I was dead. And niggas out here like, man, shit, that makes sense to me because, damn, I thought Teofimo Lopez, Tiho, I thought this nigga Tiho was going to do really good. I thought this nigga Tiho, man, because Tiho, Tiho, where everything was going right for Tiho, so I just expected Tiho to be on the, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. And then after you called somebody out and you said, what the numbers are before they fucking said anything, and they agreed to it and gave it to him, and you didn't pull out and you got the bitch pregnant after that. And then after you actually went into the ring and you actually fought, you didn't fucking pull out of the fight the fucking week of, or you went to the fight. And after that, you didn't make no excuse about an injury that you claimed before the fight you didn't have, but then after the fight you did have. After all of that, don't start crying about a fucking rematch if you didn't sign for it in the first place. You could have got that in the contract. You could have got that in negotiations. Don't cry like a bitch about a fucking rematch. Oh, man, we wish I had this fight. Because y'all motherfuckers are real quick. Oh, man, nobody would see Deon Wilder. Nobody would see this rematch. Nobody would see that. But you couldn't stop the rematch because he got it in the fucking contract. Yeah, you know Vasyl Lomachenko, who thought you were going to beat T-Ho? Thought you were going to beat him, so no rematch clause, no rematch. Then you cry like a bitch after that because you won a rematch, but you didn't put it in the contract? Yeah. All that shit right there. All that. Then you motherfuckers get mad because Devin puts a rematch clause in his contract. You get mad about it? No, you have the opportunity to put that shit in the motherfucking contract. You have an opportunity to put that in negotiations. If you choose not to, don't cry like a bitch when you get your ass whipped and you got no options. You got none. So there's rules to this thing. There's rules. And then after you called the man out, right? You told the man before the man said anything what you want to make the fight, right? After you didn't pull out, you actually fought. After you didn't fucking drop the ball in the week of the fight. After you didn't make no excuses when you got your ass whooped. After you didn't talk about the rematch because you actually fought in the rematch and you got your ass whooped again. You fought in the rematch. Right? After all of that, fight your way back up. Fight your way back up. There is nothing wrong with fighting your way back up. Or if you actually won the rematch, continue to fight the best. Don't sit around here pulling a fucking Canelo. Oh, well, shit, I already fought, this guy, this tough guy right here. I'm not going to fight tough competition over and over and over again. They make every fucking excuse on why Canelo don't got to fight tough competition over and over and over again, and then praise the man for getting undisputed in a year. In the weakest fucking division. Oh, man, but, he's fighting a lot. You give the man praise for getting undisputed in 1 year. And, oh, man, it took 1 year, man, a year and a half. He got undisputed in a year and a half, blah, blah, blah. But then, before that, when it was Demetrius Andrade, Jamar Charlo, all these other tough competitions, oh, come on. He can't fight tough competition back to back to back. Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't fight tough competition. You gotta spend one fight in January, and then you gotta go on vacation. And when you come back on vacation in November, you gotta get trained and you gotta train up right and get ready. So then when you're trained up right and ready by May of the following year, that gives you an opportunity to get in fighting shape. So when you're fighting shape, then you can fight in September the following year. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Fight the best. Fight the best. Stay fighting the best. And if you got your ass whooped, get right back in the ring and continue fighting the best. Fight your way back up to the best. Or retire. You got options. There's your rules to calling out fighters. BFTB. Shout to the mighty LDBC. And I'm out.